Because you get all the top stars for both teams, so they make of the national team. Rangers, they bring 4 players. ICC bring 4 players. National team don't complete. So when they come meet for semi-final, every talk of the town, all these things all disappear. And God will punish you guys.
Hello everybody. This one now unplanned live, but let's do this real quick. No, I bet they do live. No come disturb me. Hey, Tracy the Karen.
Okay, now talk about Karen.
Physical. You see me carry back, hide it.
Yeah, on a day, quickly. Let me just touch on this issue real quick. You know, because as motherland people, I realize, you know, many of us for this part, for Nigeria, we don't understand racism and white supremacy. We really don't get it. We don't understand it. You know, many people going to say, oh, Sean, you are a racist because I say I'm a Pan-Africanist. We don't even understand, say, black people cannot be racist. It's impossible. The best that you can be as a black man is to be prejudiced, or to, at least at best you are prejudiced. At worst, you are discriminatory. You know, because you cannot be racist. Racism, there's a power dynamic involved in racism that African people do not have. So no matter how much you hate a white man, you cannot affect his education, you cannot affect his housing, you cannot affect his lifestyle, you cannot bomb his country, you cannot be racist to a white man. It's impossible. Do you understand? Even in our own country, Nigeria, white people live in the best area. You understand what I'm saying? So now, let me now teach all these white supremacists in blackface, you know, because I realized today, you know, that many people in Nigeria are white supremacists. They just have blackface. They are like Obama. You know. Also, the ones that are not white supremacists, they are possessed by the spirit of white supremacy. Their lack of understanding, you understand, is shallow. I mean, their lack of understanding is deep. Their knowledge is shallow. That's it. So first of all, you know, this Tracy Zille woman, she has been dragged in South Africa. She's from South Africa. They don't even say, the people that know have charged her with hate crime before. So I know she's a racist. You understand? I know she's a racist. So you people that deny that she's a racist because she's saying rubbish. The context of whatever anybody says matters. The context of whatever anybody says matters. Right? So if Tracy Zille is saying to us that we have no right to reject the vaccine, Africa, if everybody is speaking, we Africans should not speak, and you are supporting that premise. Is okay, are we saying that economic output is the all in all of humanity? That any man, you see, that's the problem with our society. Any man without money is nothing. So because our countries do not generate money, the people of Africa are nothing. But without African people, what will happen to the world of sports? Not be black people, they play all the ball, do all the boxing, run all the race. Without Africans, what happens to sports? You know what I'm saying? Without, what happens? Not people they sing all the music, not people they create all the dance, all the hip-hop music, because Oh, so because they are in America, they are not African people. The black people creating hip hop in America. No. Hip hop is African music made in America. If you don't know, you better know it now. Because it's Africans that are making that music. So now we have no right. African people have no right to say we reject a vaccine, especially knowing our history with Western medicine. Knowing our history with Western medicine, Africans have every right to say we are skeptical about this vaccine. In 2019, we had a polio outbreak in this country. In 2019, we had polio outbreak. Again, polio came back to Nigeria big time. Guardian newspaper, their own Guardian newspaper, did a report in 2019. You can Google this. That discovered that this new strain of polio that started affecting African children again came from the vaccine. This is the Guardian, not me saying it. This is health experts. Go and look at the Tuskegee experiment in America. Look at what the Pfizer did to us in Kano. When African people are skeptical about vaccine, we are not being petulant Europeans. We are not being spoilt like Europeans that they've given everything. Say, I don't want vaccine. What is this vaccine? Using conspiracy theories. That is not the reason why Africans are skeptical. We have real reason to be skeptical. Our lives are on the line because they've done it before. And who says they're not going to do it again? Who says they're not going to do it again? Now, for me, I'm not saying to anybody, take vaccine or don't take vaccine. But we cannot take the word of anybody that it is safe for vaccine. The vaccine must go through real clinical trials in Africa with African oversight before we Africans succumb to tender ourselves to this vaccine. Go and look at it. The history is all over the place. Our relationship with their medicine is not a honest relationship. So Africans have a real reason, medical reason, a scientific reason, historical reason to say, we are skeptical. Why? Because they've brought many vaccines to us that harmed our people, and they did it intentionally. Now, Europeans saying they don't want the vaccine. We can now ask them, why will Europeans say they don't want vaccine? They get the best medicine. They never use them for such a test, at least in this modern time. It is Europeans that are being petulant when they say they don't want vaccine. It is Europeans that are being spoiled children, conspiracy theorists. The Christian priests who are not using the historical facts to educate the people, but using useless 5G and all these dumbass conspiracy theories that they are petulant masters use in Europe and America to deceive people of Africa. The real reasons Africans have to be skeptical about vaccine is scientifically sound, is historically sound. So for anybody in this world to say Africans should not talk, and some bastards among us, that's what I'm telling you people, that there will be a cleansing amongst us. Maybe it's going to be physical, maybe it's going to be spiritual, but the spirit of white supremacy, the spirit of the imperialist that exists in this country will be completely exorcised. That is the first job of the liberation generation. Now, what right does any white person have to say, oh, Africans, because we have no economic output, as she says, we should not speak. We should be the last to talk. That is what, see, let me tell you people something. You think it's only people that say nigger that are racist? No. You see, for me, the liberals are the most racist of the whites. Because you see, racism, as I've told you, white supremacy, the word supremacy, it doesn't mean, oh, the proximity. It doesn't mean they will not marry you. It doesn't mean they don't want you as their friend. Those liberals, they want that, but what they will not want you to ever do is to create a system that will compete with their system. So no matter how Bill Gates tells you he loves African people, he will never help you create an African Microsoft. No matter how the banks, the African Development, IMF, tell us that they love us, they will never give us the opportunity to develop our people socially. IMF will give us loans but tell us to divest from investing in our people. That is what white supremacy is. People using left hand to hug you and using the other hand to stab you in the back, to make sure that anybody that is telling black people to walk in the status quo is a white supremacist. Because this status quo is eating our people like snacks. It's swallowing our children and spitting out their bones. So anybody that tells you to support the status quo is a racist, is a white supremacist. I'm telling you that as a fact. Because this system is spitting out our children's bones by the seconds. She says if they want to kill us, they will have been putting poison in their coke to kill us. They would have been putting poison in their... Let me first use coke, because that coke that she mentioned, Nigerian bottling company, as they call them here, that does coke. A man tried to import Fanta and Sprite to England. I should have googled this man's name and found out that some chemicals that they had banned in Europe and America were still in the coke. So the immigration people there, the customs, refused to allow the mineral, the coke and the Fanta and Sprite to enter UK. Not only did they refuse, they destroyed all the bottles because of how dangerous they believed it to be. Now when the man came back to Nigeria, he went to complain to Coke. Coke said everything that they put inside is okay for us here. Now everybody is telling him that it is the government's job. It is Mr. Debo what? Adebo. What's his surname? Okay, the man's name is Mr. Adebo. My friend just helped me Google that. Now, the man now sued them to court. He won. They appeal. People are saying, it is the government's job to tell them to remove. The woman said if they were trying to kill us, Coke will be killing us. Coke is killing us. Fanta and Sprite. It has been established that they have poison that Oyibo people should not drink, right? Now, if Coke as a company was not against African people's survival, do they need court order to tell them to remove poison from their drink? If Coca-Cola is not trying to kill us, I repeat, and that man found out that thing from the UK and now came to Nigeria, the first thing Coke should just do is, even though the Nigerian government is not telling us to remove it, we as a company, we are a good company. Abi, we are good. Coke is a good company. We are a good people. Abi, if Coke was a good company and they found out such a thing, shouldn't their first job be to remove that thing from the drink? So before Madam Zile said they are not trying to kill us with Coke, you are trying to kill us with your Coke. And the Coke is trying to kill, and they know that they are trying to kill us, and they refuse to do anything about it. Do you know how many Nigerians are diabetic? Do you think it's the same numbers as in UK and America? And when we get diabetic, where's the medicine to treat us? It's not the same your country send us standard medicine, trying to kill us with medicine. Am I lying about that too? All the evidence, our children, said Guardian put it that the polio vaccination was causing a new strain of polio in Africa. This was published by the Guardian. But you white supremacist apologists, you people that, what's your master sneeze? Once your master sneeze, you are there to line up behind them. Now, somebody is here saying what she said is absolutely true. What? Even if we don't produce anything in Nigeria, is that the reason for us to shut up and die? This is what I'm saying. Are people stupid? Even if Nigerian people, you see, this is what I'm saying. We respect not our humanity. Our humanity has been taken far away from us. So now, that's why we celebrate those that disparage that humanity. All I need to do in this Africa to become famous today is to join this kind of crowd. To join this kind of crowd. She said we should shut up and die. We should say die or take the vaccine. As I said, we are here for you people and your masters. We are here, we are organizing. The time will come that we will clash and confront one another. Now I want to ask this question. If it's okay to say that Africans should shut up and die because we don't produce anything. Europeans produce everything, right? And they invented capitalism. It has now been established that capitalism is destroying the natural environment of this world. This system is unsustainable. The whole global warming crisis, melting of the solar ice caps, rising of the water levels of the world, the sickness and diseases, changing of the weather patterns of the world, bushfires, the earth is being destroyed by European production. Can we say because Europeans are overproducing, Europeans want to destroy the world? So we have to kill all the Europeans? Is that a wise thing to say? Is that a wise thing to say? Europeans are the ones producing everything. They are the ones producing bombs. Are being polluted. Plastic is destroying the life of fishes all over the sea. Birds cannot migrate anymore. The earth is being killed. The humans on earth are being killed by European guns and bombs. Europeans are killing the world. Is that enough reason to say Europeans must all die? These same people that are saying she's right, am I wrong now? Is it, let them come on my page now and say, yes, all Europeans should die because they are destroying the world. Is it okay to say that? You, all of you, hating somebody that says we should shut up and die or take vaccine. The way they say we should shut up and die or take the Bible. Now, 500 years after they've given us, do you know the effort that Europeans used to make us Christians? Do you know the effort that Arabs used to make us Muslims? Do you know the effort these people put in to Christianizing us? People say Africans are too religious. They don't understand what religion is in Africa. In Africa, religion is life or death. Life or death. That's how they've made it. They put effort, so much effort. Have they put that same effort into re-educating our minds about the fallacy of these religions? All these people spreading conspiracy theory from Pastor Chris Oyakhilome to anyone, Oyedepo, that are they not born from this initial forceful conversion? Are they not children of Europeans? Are they not the spiritual descendants of the European priests in Africa today? So now their ancestors spilled our blood for centuries, forcing us to grab this Bible line for us. Have they put that same effort into re-educating us? No. No. But yeah, Africans should die or take the vaccine. Africans should die or take the vaccine. Knowing our historical, I say just in 2019, is Guardian article, go and Google it. Guardian still did a report that the polio vaccination that they gave to African children caused a new strain of polio that brought polio back to Nigeria and some West African nations. Remember, polio was back in 2019, ravaging us in the north. So, we have a right to be skeptical. Historical, scientific right to be skeptical. So these religious people that are confusing our people today, Now, is it our people's fault that they are so religious? No. Religion was a matter of life and death. If it was either you accepted Christianity or you accepted Islam or they killed you. We are the tolerant people. Go to Europe and America today. Do you find anybody still worshipping Zeus? Do you find anybody worshipping Athena, Aphrodite, Venus, Poseidon, Jupiter? Do you find anybody still doing that? No, because Europeans are not tolerant of anything different in their society. When Europeans were moving to Christianity, all the people that did not move with them were killed in Europe. Everybody that did not move with them to Christianity in Europe were killed and destroyed. That's why till today in Europe you cannot find anybody worshipping Jupiter as they used to do in the past. But see, we African men, with everything we've gone through, we still have people worshipping Ifa, Shango, everything in Africa. Because we are tolerant. Europeans don't like anybody that doesn't do what they want. So after we accepted these religions by force, now to enter into what they call civilized society, you have to be a Christian or a Muslim, and that is still there till today. How many people here will give job to somebody that says I'm a Ifa worshipper? How many people will give a job to a lady that says I'm a Yemoja worshipper, or a lady that says I worship Oshun in this Nigeria? Will they give you a job? It is your religious that I'm a Christian, oh hallelujah. The more you even carry your Bible to your chest, that is how you can get a job here. It is the professionals and the elite of Nigeria that make Christianity and Islam a must in the life of the poor people. Is it the poor Nigerians that will come out and say Pastor Chris Oyakhilome is lying, so that they can call his friends where they are working and they will sack the person? So Nigerians are religious because it is a matter of life and death. You people that control the society, you will not give them any opportunity if they were not religious. And now you complain that you have given them. What we do? We don't complain that hey, they are listening to the religious people, the religious fanatics. Where we are the ones that make it impossible for the Nigerian poor man not to be religious. In fact, if you go to where you want to work and you say you're an atheist, the Nigerian professional elite will not give you a job. But we are religious, we are too religious and blah blah blah. Tracy Zille is right. You are all white supremacists, or you are possessed by the spirit. That's it. That's it. That's it. This society, we've seen it. We've seen it. We must exorcise that spirit. We must cleanse it out of us if we are going to move forward. We don't need these people. We don't need these people that say that they are part of us but continue to look down on us and talk shit about us while they say that they are part of us. I, Sheun, have been talking about Pan-Africanizing ourselves all my life. This is what my music, they say my music is not sweet for, because I preach these things in my music. When we talk, I take these things in our gathering. They'll say, Sheun, what do you mean? Why are you using phone? Yeah, you are using phone. As if without the what's this? Without the coltan that is still in, without the coltan that is still in Zaire, they can never make phone. If they don't take my coltan, me too, I won't use their phone. Leave my coltan and leave your phone. We've been saying this. These same people that are supporting this racist bitch come outside and attack us for saying these same things. Because it is the context. When you say that Africans must live for Africa in the context of Africans liberating themselves, these people will come out and disparage and attack you. But when you come out to say, Africans are stupid, they cannot do anything for themselves, that's why they must suffer, they'll come out and say, yes, why can't Africans do something for themselves? That's why they are suffering. We know you people. We see through your fucking veil. Tomorrow, you want that will sit down with our oppressors here. The same people they are saying are not doing the right things in this country. These are the same people that will sit down with them and their children tomorrow and be drinking and be smiling and be praising them on their page. When they buy Ferrari for their children, they will be the first people to share it all over their page. And they are the ones saying today how African leaders are not the ones doing it. And you will real shit. See, Many people you have encountered, they get tired. They don't feel. Me, I have your time. I have my calling. I will face you people. Just come and kill me. That's the only hope you have. But say I will not face you people. Let's continue. I'm waiting for you people in the front. I'm gonna try another one. Thank you everybody for joining this live. We must exercise the spirit of white supremacy out of our society. There are those that are determined to normalize domination, normalize submission, normalize oppression in this society. Say they want us to take it and be quiet. We cannot accept. We will stand up against those people from within and without. From within and without. Because now our duty be that, or else we will leave our children. We will leave our children here to face this same thing.